Hi, my name is Cynthia Stein. I'm a licensed physical therapist in Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. Today I'm going to demonstrate a group of exercises called the Tibetan Rite. They're also called longevity exercises. These exercises were designed and developed by Tibetan monks many, many years ago. Essentially, they are 4 yoga exercises and 1 spinning exercise. The spinning exercise is very much like what the whirling dervishes do in Turkey. So the first exercise is a spinning exercise. These exercises are done in sets of 3 until you add 3 until you get to 21. So when you begin this first one, which is spinning, if you can only do 3 before you lose your balance, that's all you do. We don't want anybody falling during this. You then will also do 3 of each of the other exercises. As you increase your spinning, you can increase the other exercises by sets of 3s. You begin by placing your arms out at 90 degrees. This exercise, when you spin, is helping the system. It's called the vestibular system. The system is inside the inner ear. They're called semicircular canals. These canals have little hairs in them and fluid in them. When we spin or when we move, the fluid in your semicircular canals moves these little hairs, which then send electrical signals to your eyes and your brain, which then helps your body to maintain its balance. So what these exercises are doing is they're stimulating that system so that your balance becomes better. Balance is very important as we age because loss of balance affects walking speed. You can always tell someone that's not aging well by how fast they walk. So, hands, palms down. We're going to spin clockwise. I'm going to find a spot each time I come around to that spot, and I'm going to focus my eyes on that spot. That will stimulate that system to help me, my brain to help me right myself so that I don't fall down. So, 21 times. So I did it 21 times and you can see it's doable. It's only going to take me a few seconds to get my balance. The second exercise is done down on the floor. It's a double leg lift. When you do this exercise, you're strengthening a lot of muscles, particularly the muscles within your core, like your abdominal muscles, your hip flexor muscles, or another word for that is the iliopsoas muscles. You're also strengthening your quadriceps muscles on the upward lift and the muscles in the front of the neck and chest. That's called a shortening contraction when you lift your legs up. When you lower your legs, it's called an eccentric or lengthening contraction. During that movement, your muscles in the back of your body, namely your erector spinae muscles, which are the back extensors, the gluteal muscles, which are the buttock muscles, and the muscles in the back of the leg are lengthening during that lowering movement. So you lay back, you place your hands underneath your buttocks, and you inhale when you're laying flat, and you exhale when you lift up. So it is Years ago, I had a patient who was in her 80s. She was laying on the table. I was working on her wrist. I saw her sit up without using her arms. And I said to her, not too many people that are in their 80s can do a sit-up. Well, why can you do that? And she said, I always made it a point when I get out of bed to not use my arms. So just doing that once a day can maintain your abdominal strength. The third exercise in yoga is called the Camel. This exercise is done with our toes like such, our hands in the back of our buttocks. The exercise stretches the front of the body, opening up the chest, opening up the heart, opening up the abdomen, and also stretches the quadriceps. It also extends the spine, which is a very healthy movement for the lumbar discs. This exercise is done with an inhale and then an exhale as we bend backwards, looking towards the ceiling. Another sign of aging is forward bent posture. That exercise helps to get the posture straight. The next exercise is called the Tabletop. This exercise is very good for stretching fascial lines of tension in the front of the body and the arms. It helps to keep the wrists supple and the shoulders supple. It prevents carpal tunnel problems. It also strengthens the muscles of the core and the muscles in the back of the buttocks and the legs. You'll see when I do it how much it stretches things and strengthens. Feet flat, fingers pointing towards the toes. You're going to inhale and then exhale as you lift. Oh, that feels so good. The last exercise is called the upward and downward dog. This exercise strengthens a lot of things and stretches at the same time. It strengthens the shoulder girdle around the muscles called the rotator cuff and the scapular muscles that help to depress the shoulder blade during arm movement. That depression is extremely important so that the humerus, or the upper bone in the arm, doesn't bang up against the acromion process of the scapula. What causes impingement syndrome is overuse and weakness of the rotator cuff. So this exercise helps to combat that. It also helps to strengthen the core and to strengthen, again, the hip muscles and the leg muscles. But at the same time, it also stretches the hamstring muscles and the heel cords. So, I'm going to take my shoes off. I'm going to put my feet hip distance apart. I'm going to bring my palms down onto the floor. I'm going to drop my head towards my toes, inhaling and then exhaling as I drop my hips. That exercise feels really good. Recently, I found out there's one more Tibetan Rite. It's a breathing exercise. You only need to do this one time. It's done as such. You are going to exhale all the air out of your lungs as you bend over. After the exhale, you're going to straighten your body, place your hands on your hips, tighten up your abdomen, pull your torso up off of your pelvis, and you're going to reach your head towards the ceiling as you keep the air exhaled and your stomach muscles tight. Then after you're done, you're going to inhale through the nose and exhale through the mouth. So watch me. Breathing is life. And the nice thing about these exercises is you can see that they've upped my heart rate and upped my breathing. It's also made me sweat a little bit. So, as a physical therapist, I highly recommend these exercises for your health. If you have any questions about them, you can contact me at conquerconcussion@gmail.com, or you can go to my website, conquerconcussion.com. Thank you for your time.